A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark ruling, a Utah judge has mandated the redrawing of the state's congressional maps ahead of the 2026 midterm elections, a decision that has ignited discussions about partisan gerrymandering and the integrity of the electoral process. Judge Diana Gibson's 79-page order, issued on Monday, struck down the GOP-drawn map from 2021, citing that Republican lawmakers had unlawfully dismantled the core standards and procedures established by an independent redistricting commission, which was approved by voters in 2018. This commission was created specifically to combat partisan gerrymandering, a practice that has long been criticized for undermining fair representation in the electoral system. Judge Gibson's ruling comes at a crucial time, as parts of the country are embroiled in contentious redistricting battles. The judge emphasized that the legislature had intentionally stripped away all of the commission's binding redistricting standards, effectively disregarding the will of the voters. The nature of the violation lies in the legislature's refusal to respect the people's exercise of their constitutional lawmaking power and to honor the people's right to reform their government, she stated. With a deadline set for September 24th, the legislature is now tasked with adopting new congressional boundaries that comply with the 2018 ballot measure. This ruling could significantly impact the political landscape in Utah, particularly in Salt Lake City, which has been divided among the state's 4 congressional districts, all held by Republicans. An independent redraw of the congressional districts could potentially provide Democrats with a fighting chance in at least one seat, a shift that has been long overdue. In 2018, former Democratic Representative Ben McAdams successfully won a Salt Lake City area district, but the partisan maps drawn by Republicans in 2021 have since complicated the electoral dynamics. The ruling has been celebrated by anti-gerrymandering advocates, who have fought tirelessly for a fairer redistricting process in the state. Brian King, chair of the Utah Democratic Party and former House Majority Leader, expressed his satisfaction with the decision, stating, "Utahns will be getting fair maps and real representation nearly 8 years after they voted for it." However, GOP lawmakers have already indicated their intention to appeal the ruling, which could escalate the case to the Utah Supreme Court and possibly the U.S. Supreme Court. Senate President Stuart Adams and House Speaker Mike Schultz expressed their disappointment with the ruling, asserting their commitment to protecting the voices of Utahns and upholding the legislature's constitutional authority to draw congressional districts. This decision not only affects Utah, but also contributes to a larger narrative surrounding redistricting battles across the nation. The ruling coincides with heightened tensions in Texas, where former President Donald Trump has pressured state Republicans to approve a new congressional map aimed at flipping 5 Democratic-held districts to Republican control. In response to Trump's aggressive redistricting push, California Governor Gavin Newsom has proposed to redraw California's U.S. House maps before the midterms, seeking to create 5 new blue majority districts. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the implications of Judge Gibson's ruling will be closely monitored, with many viewing it as a pivotal moment in the ongoing fight for fair representation in American politics. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.